guys, what is up? Welcome to another episode of Maximilian Must Know, another Scent Safari episode for you guys. We're going to go locally this time, and we're looking at a house called Euphorium, Brooklyn. And for those of you who might not be familiar with Scent Safari videos, basically with Scent Safari is what I try to do is reach out to a house that I don't have much experience with, be it indie or niche, and basically I reach out to them, I let them know that I want to do a video, and I ask them to send me some samples. And then when I get the samples, what I do is I smell them on camera with you guys live and react to them. And what I like to do is about a couple hours before the video, I'll spray them on initially, and then about 5-10 minutes before the video, I'll refresh them. And that way I get a pretty good feel of the different stages that the fragrances go through. So that's sort of the concept behind Scent Safari. Now, the House of Euphorium, Brooklyn was started in Greenpoint by a self-taught perfumer named Stephen Dirks, and the concept is based on Euphorium Bioworks, which is a fictional perfume house whose story was documented in a film by Dirks. And that house in this film was founded in 1860, and that fictional house was researched to start this house. And the crest of the house features a chimera made up of a stag, a bear, and a dragon to represent the three fictional founders of the perfume house. And the scents are crafted with the finest rare and exotic oils, tinctures, and absolutes. These were all launched this year, and there are about 5 scents in the collection. Right now, they're all available at Twisted Lily in Brooklyn. Really enjoy the creativity behind this theme. It reminds me a little bit of imaginary authors and that this fictional history, and I love when indie perfumers are creative and thinking, beyond the realm of just the actual fragrance. Now we're gonna look at two that I was sent by Euphorium. First one I believe is called Soudois, and 50 ml of this from Twisted Lily will run you $180. And the notes on it are Indonesian sandalwood, Swedish wildflower, petit grain, raspberry, raisin, labdanum, clary sage, oak moss, cardamom, elemi, myrrh, patchouli, nutmeg, anise, cassia, benzoin, Peru balsam, coumarin, vanilla cream, suede, castoreum, ambergris, birch tar, cade, tonka, musk. And I love this fragrance. It is incredible and has so much going on. It's sort of described as a 3-ring circus of notes, and I get that. It's resinous, it's thick, it's gooey. I get labdanum, I get sandalwood, I get elemi, I get myrrh, patchouli, and the birch tar. It's to me a throwback to old school Oriental fragrances. It's mysterious, it's dark, and it's deep. Soudois means suede in Swedish and French, and so this I think is really meant to be a dirty leather with a sandalwood base, and I get that. It reminds me a little bit of Bel Ami by Hermes and of M by Pure Distance, which of course was created by Raja Dove. This one is really hard for me to do a good first impression on, because I know this is one of those scents that you have to wear to learn. You have to master this one. The complexity is daunting, but I love this one. It's just beautiful. And if you like those dirty leathers and you want sort of a futuristic dirty leather that still feels like a throwback, man, have you got to check this one out. This is just an excellent, really well done fragrance, and it's an exciting fragrance, so please get your nose on this one. The second one is called Petals or Petals, and this one is really new. It just, I think, got released to Twisted Lily. I think this is probably meant more for females, though of course perfume is genderless. But it's not meant for females. Just say this is a more floral composition. The notes on it are moonlit petals, pink grapefruit, honey, fig, anise, elemi, indole, and musk accord. Now, again, this is another fragrance that's just on another level. These are so jam-packed with notes. You get your money's worth. This has this floral neutrality that kind of reminds me of like a florist fridge. But then you get the resinous element, you get the grapefruit, and you get this thick, almost jammy honey. It doesn't, I wouldn't say it's sweet, the honey, but it does sort of counterweigh the resins. It's lush and it's dense, and it's fit for a powerful, almost business like maven sort of woman, and it's not as feminine as much as I feel like it's femininity, if that makes sense. Like at its essence of what makes a woman, it's sensual, it's musky, it's multifaceted, it changes at the drop of the dime. It's almost like an optical illusion where the grapefruit will break through and almost make you feel like it's fresh and airy, but then when you just bear down and think you understand this one, you start to pick up more surrounding pieces, and it becomes very mysterious. It's a wonderful, wonderful fragrance. I haven't smelled too many floral scents like this one. I really enjoy this one, and it does sort of remind me of the petal of like a white flower. So I love this house so far. I'm hooked. I'm really proud of what's coming out of Brooklyn. You know, DS and Durga, House of Cherry Bomb, Brooklyn Shaving Company. Indie Scent sort of had this real feel of like a West Coast domination. And I think that the East is really having their say in a major way recently, and they're making fragrances as diverse as the city here. And these guys at Euphorium or Steven is making really unique scents. There's something very gritty and authentic about this house. You know, it's one thing to use steampunk or apothecary dark glass. It's totally different thing to be deserving of that sort of classification of historical significance and survive through eras as some of the best fragrance houses like Lanvin and Luan and Garonne and D'Orsay and Penhaligon's have been able to do. So as you can tell, I'm a big fan of Euphorium Brooklyn, and I recommend you take a real solid look at this house. It's really interesting. So guys, that has been my first take on Euphorium. Let me know if you've checked this house out, what you think about it. Are there houses you'd like to see me cover on sample shopping? And of course, we'll be back next week with more videos, guys. You know what it is. My name is Maximilian.
Our time is now. We gotta make it, baby.